All right, what's up, guys? So I wanted to do this video because here in a little bit I'm going to have a call with Jason from Driven Nutrition. Driven Nutrition is, and that's Jason Rule, by the way, is the CEO of Driven Nutrition, which is also the supplements that we sell out of my affiliate. So I wanted to do a video of our call today, and because we're going to be going over, I believe we're going to be going over bundling supplements to where we can create a better revenue stream through that retail source. So whenever a new prospect comes in and they say that, oh, I want to lose weight, or I want to bulk up, or maybe they just want to maintain and they just don't want to hurt, that's my goal, is to create those supplement bundles, so that way you can sell supplements at the point of sale. So he should be calling in a little bit, so just bear with me, because the call is supposed to be 30 minutes, so this may be a little bit longer of a video, but hopefully it's packed full of good information. So just waiting on his call, and we'll see how it goes. There he is. Hello?
Jacob, what are you doing?
What's up, Jason? Not much.
Same here. I'm sitting in Orlando, and this is a needed break. I'm not much of a networker, so I'm at this funnel hacking event. I kind of like just stand by myself, so this is it's nice to get away from the crowd.
Wow. I bet. Yeah, I've been in the box working all day. I've been building walls, and I'm renovating everything, and it's just been crazy hectic this past week, trying to get a lot of stuff done. So
that's good.
And just for your knowledge, right now I'm videotaping myself because of the fact that I started a YouTube channel for my affiliate, and I'm documenting everything that I'm doing inside my box, in hopes that it may possibly help somebody else out.
Nice, actually. So I was about to let you know, I'm recording this call.
Okay.
So if we do uncover some cool ideas, we'll be able to disseminate that. Are you alright if I share that with the group, or do you want to do that out on your YouTube channel exclusively? I'm down here.
Oh, no, you can share it with the group.
Okay. All right,
so
cool. We may not come up with any good ideas, but if we do, I hate seeing it go off into the ether.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting outside. Is the sound okay for you, or are you?
Yeah, sound is good.
Okay, good. So let's recap. What you made a post out in building retail a few weeks back, and I was just kind of sitting there watching it, waiting to see if any ideas came out. Let's recap and go over what you're trying to do and what you said in that post, and see if we can brainstorm through this thing.
So what I am trying to do is trying to come up with or create supplement bundles based off of Driven Nutrition, off of your product. That way, one, I can sell supplements at the point of sale. I do get a lot of people that tell me, oh, well, I want to bulk up, or I want to slim down, or they just want to maintain, and but they don't want to be as sore,
Right.
So, and that one's more typical of of the 6-week challenge. So a lot of those people come in, they've either never worked out before, or they haven't worked out in a while, and so they find that they're sore, and some of the time that actually scares them, you know. And so hopefully I was wanting to come up with these bundles in order to help mitigate some of that, and to also create another revenue stream, or a better way to create that revenue stream, I should say.
Well, I like it. The thing that caught my eye in your post was, as you said, these guys are wanting to buy supplements so bad. What did you mean by that?
So a lot of them, they came in, and after the first week, they were already noticing changes, and so I was already talking to them about supplementation and the benefits of it, and a lot of them were just on their own asking me what products to take. And from there, I was able to let them know, hey, look, we actually sell Driven Nutrition within this box that you won't be able to find out in, you know, whether any other supplement place outside of the affiliates, and it just creates a convenience. And so they were more willing to try and buy supplements from here than going out and about and not knowing what to get.
Right. And that's consistent with something that I've been seeing over the last couple months. And the way I explain it is, if affiliates don't talk about supplements, they create a vacuum, and then those members go out and they're either marketed to, they read advertising, or they go out online, and it is usually about a week. So what I'm wondering is, do you think that a path to take, instead of looking at it from a bundle standpoint, but instead looking at it from an introductory standpoint of okay, here's the 6 weeks challenge. After about a week, this would be a product you're going to want to look at. So kind of preemptively provide them with a checklist of what they may want to look at when the time comes. You know, and some of our products aren't going to be appropriate. They just don't have a need for it if they've never exercised before. But getting over that soreness, you know, the protein, the glutamine,
the fish oil,
the fish oils, and right, exactly. The Supplex, if they're struggling with joint issues with a lot of people, you know, when they haven't exercised for a while, sometimes they'll start seeing that, especially if they're carrying some extra weight. So I'm wondering if creating some type of guide through that customer journey may be beneficial, and then at the end having a bundle, like a weight loss stack, along with, you know, here's 2 or 3 products or 4 products or whatever you feel is going to benefit them. Here's this list of products. Here's the recipes that are available on the website. Here's some resources and the timing that I would recommend. And that's something that I think that can bring a lot of value to a member, is being able to tell them, like protein, for example. Most people don't realize if you just take a protein shake at 10 o'clock and 3 o'clock, you're not going to have quite the train wreck meals, because you're not going to be as hungry when those meals come around. So just those simple little life hacks that you can introduce along with the products may help.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. And then that will guide them into the type of bundle that they want and stuff like that. And I think having that checklist would also help, I guess the word I'm looking for is mitigate some of the talking that the owner has to do, rather than having to talk to each individual person about it. You know, you go over the checklist, and this is what it is, and this is how it works, and you know, as long as we follow this, then we'll be able to end up at a point that we need to be.
Well, and the other nice thing about that checklist is not just getting ahead of it, but it also is going to preempt conversation from your members when they get to that point, because they'll remember, you know, during the onboarding process, you explain to them, you know, after about a week out, you're going to be experiencing some soreness. A couple products that may help on top of hydrating really well is glutamine protein. Get some fish oil sprouts, some joint formula, and then when they experience what you told them is going to be coming, that bell's going to go off in their head, and then that dialogue will then come to you. So you're not having to, it's not so much, you're selling in advance, which makes it a lot easier when that member gets to that point where they're going to come to you and say, okay, you were exactly right. I'm sore as hell. What should I take? Yeah. They're going to remember that part of the conversation, and then it'll give you the opportunity to recap and explain what you had already told them. So, but you'll be explaining it in detail with people who are very likely to buy, as opposed to everybody in mass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm writing some of this down.
I'm loving this.
Yeah, no, me too. Now, here's now still about supplements, but kind of a sidebar of it as far as actually building the retail. Let's say that you buy supplements for whatever it may be. Let's go. I'm on the website right now, and let's say you buy a protein and you sell that protein. Now, what percent of profit from that said item, or maybe even from your entire, let's just say your entire month's profit, what percentage of that do you suggest reinvesting?
All of it until you get too much, and you'll know when it's too much. It's just like putting weight on the bar for a squat. You don't know how much you're going to be able to push until you put it on, and then just like a squat with inventory, you can dump it, since not only our products but supplements as a whole are 30 to 40, 60-day supply. So if you get to the point where you find that you're too deep in inventory, which isn't that big of a deal because you're deep in inventory with the profit that you generated from the sales you made, so that's not technically your money. At least it didn't come out of your pocket except for the initial investment. So when you find that, okay, I've got 4 strawberry 2-pounders, but I've only sold 1 in the last 30 days, you know that you have a par value of 120 days. So you just don't order that for a few cycles. And then you can kind of adjust when you're 3 months, 4 months. What I do for Driven is I have a fuel gauge for each of our products. I know exactly how many of our products we sell per day, and I constantly keep it at about 150-day supply, 180-day supply, depending on how fast we're accelerating growth.
Yeah.
So I just know how many units we're selling per day, and then order accordingly.
Okay. So basically, just until you have too much.
Right. Because you're not out anything. The product's not going to expire. Go bad. You're just going to be a little heavy for a little bit.
Yeah, because all you'll have at that point is your initial investment, because everything that you'll be reordering is from the profit. Right.
And you'll find what the natural float is, but retail, if you're not stocking it, you're losing out on probably 50 to 70% of the potential sales. I love pre-sales. I love pushing it because that really helps and gets people to pay attention to it for a temporary basis. But people are, creatures of habit, and they like their convenience. So having something at hand is great.
Yeah. No, I agree. Too much. Okay. Now, let's see. Products. Okay. Now I have I've had quite a few people come up to me and what they tell me is hey Jacob, I want some supplements that I can put on mass. I want to put on size and this and that. And I want to be able to direct them in the correct direction with the correct products and everything like that. As far as Driven Nutrition goes, is that something that you believe Driven Nutrition is capable of doing.
Yeah, let's brainstorm and just knock it out now. Let's put people into their silos of what they're trying to achieve, and let's just talk it through. So gaining mass, mass is gaining is simple math, and I guess so is losing mass. But putting in more calories and more protein than you're using. So at that, I would recommend a creatine. I would recommend so the creatine I'd recommend because you're going to increase your strength. So as you get stronger, you're going to be able to increase the rate that you're tearing those muscle fibers. So your body's going to repair more. So explaining it in kind of simple terms like that. So by increasing your PRs and getting stronger, your body is going to recover more. As it recovers more, you need more protein, both dietary and supplemental, because you're trying to get 1.5 to 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight optimally, and then eating like you've been starving for a month.
Yeah. So definitely creatine, obviously protein.
Protein. I would do a 5-pounder. And the thing with that is you when you explain to them, the 1.5 to 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. I'm 180 pounds. It's I'm a 43-year-old dude with 4 kids, so it's almost impossible for me to just eat 180 grams of protein. I mean, that's a job in itself.
Yeah.
So taking 2 to 3 scoops of protein, there's anywhere between 65 to 75 grams of protein, depending on what flavor. So that's an easy hack, and then life becomes manageable. So if you explain to them the number of scoops that they're having to take, and you don't, your cost per scoop is substantially less using a 5-pounder, and you're not going to get the gains that you're going to want inside of 2 weeks. So if this is something you're stepping up to the plate to do and commit to, you need to buy a bigger product that's going to last you longer.
Yeah.
Because if not, you may get discouraged after 2 weeks and just say, well, shit, this isn't working. I mean, you can't really have a big effective impact inside of 2 weeks, no matter what you're doing.
Yeah. Now, what's the difference between the like your whey protein and the casein protein?
Well, casein is more of casein is a 100% micellar casein. So it's any casein really is acid reactive. So when it hits the stomach, it curdles. So think of like cottage cheese. Yeah. It digests really slow. So when you mix it up, it's a larger molecule. It absorbs a lot of the water. It gets very thick, and it just digests really slow. So it releases those amino acids and proteins a lot slower into your bloodstream. So you're not going to get them into the muscle fibers as fast as something like a Driven Whey. So casein comes into play before you go to bed.
Yeah, that's what I've come to learn. Casein.
As you're sleeping, you're going through that evening fast, and your body needs those amino acids and everything to recover. Your body's producing a boatload of HGH, and it's repairing all of those cells. So if you have nutrition, protein, some amino acids in your system, the body's recovery and repair rate is going to be higher having a nighttime protein. You can take a whey, you can take an isolate, but it's not going to be in your system as long as a casein will. Yeah. Some companies market it as time release protein, which is bullshit. It's just a slow digesting protein.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's see. And I'm guessing under the mass builder, we would want to add where's it at? I'm looking for it. Disrupt. Am I correct?
Yeah, from a recovery standpoint and everything else, it's a great product. I like Disrupt just because it's a good blend of amino acids, which is going to help with mTOR, which increases protein synthesis and how your body's going to break it down, and then you utilize it to repair the muscle with it. But I really like it just because it tastes good, and it's a great source of energy. Okay. But in terms of actual gaining mass, taking a little bit before you take your protein or during your workout, there's benefits to that, but I wouldn't add it at the top of the list. I would put post-WOD and creatine and 5-pound whey at the top of that list.
Post-WOD, creatine, and 5-pound whey, yeah.
Right after the workout, I'd take 2 scoops of the post-WOD. I'd throw an extra scoop of protein in there with it, and shake it up. And that way you're getting about 45 grams of protein, along with 20 grams of carbs. You're getting a little bit of creatine, extra, a large dose of amino acids there. So that's the reason by adding that in, I don't see a huge benefit to adding Disrupt unless you just like the taste and you like that energy boost.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I guess that's just going to lead us into the recovery column. Obviously, fish oil.
So what type of person is going to fall into the recovery?
I think the type of person that would fall into the recovery is somebody that is like fresh to CrossFit or really just working out, a 6-week challenge, and they're coming up on to the, I'd say about their 2-week mark to a month mark.
Okay. Yeah. So they're sore, but they're able to start moving through it a little bit.
Correct.
Yeah. So
let's see, where's it at? And I have a couple members that actually take the fish oil, and they say that it works great. And then not only that, we have a good profit margin for us on our end.
Right.
So,
right.
But let's see, fish oil.
I would do fish oil. I would do Suppleplex. I would put glutamine on there just because, really glutamine and protein. If somebody's dealing with a lot of soreness, glutamine you can take throughout the day during a workout. I mean, it's hard to take too much glutamine, but also taking glutamine right before you go to bed. There's been some studies that show that glutamine can increase HGH levels and ramp up that recovery while you sleep. So I'm a big fan of glutamine.
Okay. I've taken glutamine before, but I'd never heard of it before bed, and the effects that it really had to really ramp up the HGH. So,
yeah. I like it.
I can. I've always taken it kind of like midday or whatever, with protein, and it kind of held me over for a little while until my next meal. So, because
how old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay, yeah. So when you hit about 28, your body's, the pituitary stops producing HGH quite as much. So, as people get into their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, they stop sleeping quite as good, and it's really a vicious cycle because the worse you sleep, the less your body is going to produce HGH. The less HGH your body's producing, the worse you're going to sleep. And it's this shitty cycle of you don't sleep, you don't recover. So you tie in glutamine with R&R, which is going to have a little bit of those relaxants and help people, kind of hit REM sleep and stay there.
Yeah.
Along with the digestive enzymes, if they're adding a little bit of protein before they go to bed, they're going to wake up refreshed and they're going to feel a ton better.
Yeah. I was just about to mention the R&R mixed in with that glutamine.
Yep. And protein, you've got just adding a scoop or two of protein to an average person's diet, they're going to feel better. They're not going to be as likely to snack during the day. Like I said earlier, that 10 o'clock and 3 o'clock tip is a lifesaver for a lot of people. Just taking those, if you're, imagine eating a large chicken breast, which is the equivalent of what a 2-pound thing or a scoop of protein is. Eating a chicken breast at 10 o'clock, you're most likely not going to reach in and grab some Skittles or a Snickers. Your body's going to be satisfied and you'll go about your day. Yeah.
Now, for the protein, now obviously, I would think that we want to kind of like the mass builder, the 5-pounder. But you said 1 scoop, so I'm thinking the 2-pound tub of protein.
1 to 2, and if you're explaining it and if you're offering it, I would create a bundle with both, but also offer the option for them to upgrade if they know, because the glutamine has 100 servings in it. I prefer taking 10 grams before I go to bed, so that lasts me about 50 days. But if you're offering both, I would start offering the 2-pound with the option to upgrade to the 5-pound. And I would guess the majority of people are going to opt for the the larger size, so they don't have to worry about coming back and buying again in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
If they do, at least that's not a barrier to entry, because some of these guys haven't ever bought supplements before. So just giving them that lower barrier to entry allows them to try the product and see the benefits, and then come back. So I would offer both.
Yeah. Okay. Option 5 pound. Now let's see. I really wanted to know about the Supple Flex. I was reading it a little bit, but I didn't quite understand what exactly it was. Reduces.
As far as
just what
formula?
Say again.
As far as what the formula is?
No, what the like the product, like what it does. I mean, I see reduce soreness, reduce osteoarthritis, and keep joints supple. But from my understanding, like I figured that's what fish oil would do.
Fish oil is interesting because it actually has fish oil has a high anti-inflammatory benefit.
Uh-huh.
So, like if you have hardening of the arteries, stuff like that, fish oil is great because it helps lower the overall inflammation in the body. And that's what a lot of the products in Supple Flex are going to do.
Mm-hmm.
The turmeric, the bromelain. But then you get into the glucosamine and chondroitin, which those have shown some benefit to joint health. So while you're going at it from the standpoint of inflammation, you're also approaching it from the standpoint of joint health with the glucosamine and chondroitin. And turmeric, just all around, is great for inflammation.
Yeah.
You combine that, and a lot of people will take that with. Hold on, just a second. Got somebody walking by.
Okay.
So adding Supple Flex to a fish oil is a great combination.
Okay. All right.
You know, glucosamine, chondroitin, and MSM, that's kind of the trifecta of what's going to be in any good joint formula. So we add those three to it, and then the other products.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Okay.
Now, adding a great add-on to any of these is going to be a multivitamin.
I've had a couple people. They were talking about multivitamins, and I let them know that that's definitely something that we can provide for them.
Right.
So.
It's not unlike a lot of the other products. I mean, it's not something you just feel.
Uh-huh.
You know, like a protein that helps with appetite, helps with recovery. You know, a multivitamin is just kind of a small insurance policy for your body. You know, to where you're not getting those micronutrients through your diet and everything else.
Yeah.
It helps supplement that.
And you said that can really go with any of them.
Any of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Now, the recovery, I would probably put in with that Disrupt,
mm-hmm.
because if the person in that class is new to exercising, their diet probably hasn't been that great, so they're not scared of caffeine, whether they go and get a mocha frappuccino or a Monster energy drink, so they're not really concerned about caffeine. Caffeine has had. So Disrupt has 120 milligrams of caffeine. Caffeine is one of the most, other than creatine, one of the most widely studied, I call it a supplement, but it's technically a drug, in terms of athletic performance, in terms of benefiting not only the main thing that I would recommend it for that type of person is increasing pain tolerance. Which is something that's really often overlooked. So you've got a good tasting drink that's going to have those amino acids. It's going to help with the recovery. It's going to help with utilizing the protein that they're bringing in after a workout. But also, it's going to make things suck quite a bit less.
And that's the Disrupt? Because of the caffeine.
Yeah, 120 milligrams of caffeine. It's not going to get their heart racing. You know, they're not. You know, if you've got something that's not, it's not going to make anybody feel bad. You know, you don't have the barrier with that product that you do with some pre-workouts. You know, if somebody hasn't ever worked out before, a lot of times they're concerned about taking a pre-workout for whatever reason. But Disrupt is just 120 milligrams of caffeine, some B vitamins, electrolytes, and vitamin C, along with 4 grams of branched-chain amino acids. So, but the pain tolerance, you get somebody drinking about 30 minutes before they work out, the suck isn't going to be quite as bad.
Yeah. 30 minutes before. And would you recommend taking the Disrupt with your pre-workout?
I'm kind of a lightweight when it comes to caffeine. I really control it pretty well. I know a lot of people that take 2 scoops of pre-wad. I personally wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty particular about when I bring my caffeine in. So people can do it if they need an extra boost. It's kind of a way that people dial up their pre-workout.
Yeah.
Because, you know, as far as pre-workouts go, you know, it has 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is pretty low in terms of what pre-workouts normally have. I mean, some have 400 or 500 milligrams of caffeine, which for CrossFit is just stupid.
I agree.
200 if you're doing a Metcon, in my opinion, is probably too high. So people can, in terms of that class of person, the recovery, people not used to working out, I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. Me personally, I don't mind it, and I actually enjoy the beta alanine inside the pre-workout. And I kind of use it as I'll take it right before I start my warm-up. I'll do my warm-up, and then whenever I can start feeling the beta alanine kick in.
Right. Which doesn't take very long, does it?
No, I mean, I've taken some products that had quite a bit of beta alanine in it. So I think I've kind of built up a tolerance for it. But I know whenever I was taking it, it didn't take very long. But it actually gave me enough time to get a good little warm up in, and whenever I could feel it, it was about the time that I was ready to go.
Right. So, I'm the same way. I take it right before I start, put in about 2 or 3 ounces of water, boil it up, slam it down, and then get started warming up.
I know some people that don't even take it with water. They'll throw the scoop in their mouth, kind of swish around a little bit of water, and they're gone. And I'm like, wait, whatever floats your boat. So.
So we did the recovery. We did the mass builder.
Yes.
You know, the weight loss, I wouldn't change too much. You know, they're going to need more help in terms of dietary restrictions, recommendations with recipes, and I think that there's some value to those guys by bringing to the table. Okay, here's some flavors of product that are gonna be a little bit sweeter to help satisfy that sweet tooth. So if you do find that you're needing a snack, just tell yourself, take a scoop of protein, shake it up, and then wait 10 minutes and see how you feel. They're going to be full.
Yeah.
It's just that it just takes about 10, 15 minutes for that for the brain to get that signal from the stomach. But you also want to be careful about teaching anybody to use whey protein as a meal replacement. I've seen a lot of people trying to use that to lose weight.
Yeah.
And then they go into a calorie deficit, and their body thinks they're starving, and it just it doesn't work. They don't lose weight. They hold on to weight.
Yeah. And
I think that's why adding some more instruction and tips, recipes on what people can do, they're going to need a little bit more hand holding.
And I honestly think that was one of the biggest hurdles that I had to deal with and overcome with the 6-week challenge. Because a lot of people were asking me, is this good for meal replacement? I do meal replacement with this. Can I take this with it? And I always told them I do not believe in taking a protein, really any kind of protein, in my opinion, as a meal replacement. You always want to supplement yourself with good, clean food for fuel.
Right.
Right. And I explain it to them pretty much the same way you just did. The body will feel like it's starving, and it'll either gain weight or hold on to it.
Right.
And that it's kind of the same way with weight loss. If you lose weight too fast, your body is going to think that it's starving. It's going to start to increase different things within the body that are going to make you hungry, because it's going to want to try and get back up to its normal weight. And you're just going to end up gaining it back, or possibly more. So,
Right.
and that's what I try to explain to them. You want to lose weight slowly.
Yeah, so. And giving them tips as far as how to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And that's one of the things that I found that's pretty tough when talking to people about dieting and stuff like that, is it's virtually impossible to change someone's entire diet overnight. So giving them some tips that they can integrate in, take an apple to work, take a protein shake at 10 o'clock and 3 o'clock. Those are a couple simple hacks, but if people maintain, breakfast, the list goes on and on, but, providing them with some of those tools can really help.
Yeah. Once they brought up that meal replacement too, I always let them know, now if you want to take it, like if you had meal 1, you're going to have meal 2 in about an hour or so. It's okay to drink that protein shake in the middle as a snack.
Right.
But make sure that you eat. It's not a meal replacement. Make sure you eat that second meal.
Right.
So, another question is, do you think that you would ever provide this information in more of a document form that could be ordered off of your website? Not so much the bundles. I mean, I think it would be a good idea either way, but more so the mastery of the product. I think and this is just an opinion, a suggestion, maybe, take it or leave it, but you're obviously the master of your own product. Have you ever thought about maybe putting together like a binder that says, okay, look, that you can hand this off to your coaches and have them study it, and it'll go through the information, some of the information that we just went over, like your post-WOD, 2 scoops plus 1 scoop of protein is best this time, and stuff like that. Basically breaking it down for some of those people that aren't really efficient quite yet in the product or just in supplementation, period.
I think that's a good idea. And as we were talking, I'm thinking I'll probably have Brendan jump in and turn this into a podcast for sure, so we can get it out to the other affiliates, but also have him make a list of points that we're going down. I'm going to be apprehensive of releasing this big booklet, because that's not really how people learn.
Yeah.
What we have our coaches newsletter, which drips information to coaches about every 7 to 10 days. So that's been really beneficial. It keeps the product front of mind, and also, they're the boots on the ground, so they're the ones that are talking to the members and know what's going on, the ins and outs of their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that as Brendan's going through this, I'll have him put together a checklist of, like you said, the post-WOD and the way to where it's bite-sized information, and then we can drip it out in a way that's going to help those. And each of the articles that we have now are all linked within the tabs of the product pages themselves. And we've got a lot of articles out there already. It's just, I think it's a good idea to just kind of take one at a time, tackle it. But I think we've delved in some good content just here so far. Help us with a checklist of what to do.
Agreed. Definitely agree. So I think we covered quite a bit of material too.
We did.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, so you need to do an introduction. So Brendan can add that at the front. So please say who you are and what gym you're with.
My name is Jacob Fruge, and I am the owner and operator of CrossFit CSE in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, cool. I'll have Brendan add that to the front, then that way. And how can, if people want to look up your gym, how can they do that?
Just go up on Facebook, CrossFit CSE. We're also on Instagram at CrossFit CSE. And if you want to check out our website, or it's CrossFitCSE.com, and then our YouTube channel is CrossFit CSE Road to Redemption. So I kind of named it that way because prior to me owning it, it wasn't. I felt as if it wasn't being ran as a business. So we're kind of carving our own way in a sense, and documenting it along the way.
That's good. One thing that I saw today that blew me away, I haven't had a chance to share it out in the group, but Brian Alexander, he's doing go check him out on Facebook. Today he just posted up the entrepreneurs of CrossFit Illumin.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just with a phone, somebody's going and videoing him going into these businesses, and he's introducing the members, talking about their journey, their success, but they're also talking about the members' business.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think that is beyond brilliant.
Yeah.
Because no other business does that.
Yeah.
You know? And it blows me out of the water. Like, hey, if you're going to brag about somebody, brag about somebody who needs to pay their bills, who is also supporting you.
Yeah.
And everybody talks about supporting small business. Start in your gym.
Oh yeah, definitely. Here for the open, I've gone around town and I've found local businesses, not franchises or corporate businesses, but local businesses, and I've reached out to them. And what I've been doing is having them quote unquote sponsor a Friday Night Lights, and I say quote unquote because I don't ask any money of them. It's just basically putting their name out there. And I advertise them on our Facebook page. And then they come that Friday Night Lights and they get to talk to our members and explain their products, their business, and everything like that. And so it creates another avenue of customers for them. So I've been doing that. But I really like the going to the members' business and documenting that. So I definitely agree with that.
I thought that was brilliant that he did it.
Oh yeah. I've thought about throwing up a business page on our website, and for all of our members that are business owners, showcasing them on there and having their info and stuff like that. Basically creating a network within the business, for our members to find and go to.
Right.
So.
I like it.
Awesome. Well,
Dave, we got through some good stuff, man. I appreciate you setting up the call and sparking up the question. I'll have Brendan cut this up and make some bullet points as far as things that we can produce content for, but also maybe just some quick bullet points on the stacks that we went through, the what and the why, and perhaps even slice this call up to overlay it on top of those products in a way that you guys can recycle it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I may not be as fancy and edit it or anything. I'm just going to post it to my YouTube channel. So if that doesn't, if you're all right with that,
go for it.
All right, awesome.
Do you, man?
Yeah. So I'm just kind of keeping the YouTube channel just cut and dry. Look, this is what I'm doing, and this is how I'm doing it. This is why I'm doing it. So, but Jason, it was awesome talking to you.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, Jacob.
Yeah.
Keep me posted on how things go. we'll get this. You'll probably see it get thrown up in the group.
Uh-huh.
And I appreciate you kind of brainstorming through this, because it helps us so much knowing what's needed.
Yeah.
And, it's just fun just kind of to catch up.
Yeah, yeah. It was some good information. I'm coming out of this more knowledgeable than before. So,
thank you. I appreciate that. I'm
yeah.
glad to hear it. All right, man. Well, enjoy the rest of your week, and keep me posted on how we can help.
You too. Have a good vacation.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Jason.
Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. See if I can. Nope, doesn't want to turn around for me. So, that was our call with Jason Rule, CEO of Driven Nutrition. That's the supplement company that I use. They sell exclusively to affiliates, so no other person will be able to find it in another supplement store, whether it's GNC, 5-Star Nutrition, whatever the case. So that definitely helps us out, because we're able to actually compete with them. I know just last month, I believe it was last month or January, I sold $1,000 worth of retail to my members by simply asking one question in our members group, and it helped out tremendously. And just being able to have that access to it. Now, people can find Driven Nutrition on Amazon and stuff like that, but it's more expensive for them to buy it off of there than it is through you. Plus, with the way that Jason Rule has it set up, you have more leeway to create discounts and promos and whatever the case may be, and set your own prices in order to help you create your retail business, which is what I really like. So we're slowly building ours. I don't have a stock yet, but that call has definitely helped me figure out what I need to do in order to build up my retail. So if this helps, that's great. I'm glad. If you've stuck around this long in the video, you definitely earned some points there. But if you like the video, like it, share, subscribe, or if not, I don't give a shit, whatever. So until next time, later.